So, what's the sequence? We'll do sequence. You guys are gonna chat about it. Greetings to you and yours. This is a brand new episode of Fresh Out the Box, and today we have a special guest all the way from Copenhagen, Denmark, via New York, and in India, Mikkel Hess. How you doing, brother?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing splendid. I love being in New Delhi. So thanks for having me here.
Welcome. This is Box Out FM, Fresh Out the Box, and we have a treat from you because you'll be performing live today as well. But perhaps you can give us a little introduction about your background and how you started and the music you play.
Yes. Well, I'll rewind all the way to my first memory, bringing out cookie jars from the kitchen and banging them with spoons and, making all sorts of noise. And then I'll pretty much fast forward via a musical family with older brothers who were jazz sort of tyrants. Jazz was the only thing proper. Then there was Prince, which sort of opened up the world for me in a live concert experience, and I had to revise my hierarchy idea of musical genres. Again, fast forward, I started this sort of musical ministry of integration called Hess Is More. Obviously a word play on less is more, because I really don't know how to work with minimalism. So this is about 10 years ago. I started this project Hess Is More as a solo outlet for electronic music and ideas as a composer. And then it's been growing, and I've been fortunate to have collaborators come on board and join the process. So now it's really functioning more as an ensemble, and we collaborate in concert. We usually play with a 6 or 7 piece ensemble formation. We call it a circular ensemble, and in the studio, the rule kind of is I'm always there, but then I just found out over the years working on different records that when collaborators come in, the music there's a certain cross-pollination that makes it come much more to life than if it's just my own ideas. So it basically goes from pots and pans in the kitchen over jazz, over being introduced to other genres, to starting this sort of melting pot or a musical project, and now I'm fortunate enough to have a whole family of musical collaborators, and yeah, here we are.
Here we are, and you have a brand new album coming out on the 1st of December. It's called 80 Years, and you already have the lead single out and the music video out. So maybe you can just talk a little bit about the album and why it's called 80 Years, and we can talk about the first single and the video, and then we'll play the single.
Yes. 80 Years is a title taken from the title track, 80 Years. It was, I was traveling from New York, where I was living at the time, to our dad's 80 years birthday. And there's all that time spent on airplanes and trains, and what are you going to do with it? So I started sketching out a beat and some ideas for a track. And at that point, the sketch was called 80 Years. Later on, it took some turns and shifts, the initial ideas for that tune. But it was still called 80 Years. And then lyrics came about for it, and we started recording it. And at that point, I considered 80 Years to be more of a working title, because I didn't really see the theme of the lyrics being about my dad anymore. Then, furthermore, unfortunately, our dear father passed away, and I revisited the recordings again, and I realized that the lyrics, which I had written with something different in mind, they were about our father and about his travel and his departure, but I couldn't have known that. But so in a way, it was like a perfect loop back to the working title. And I often find that music has this ability to forecast events or emotions, and that's one of the magical things. So also as a dedication, we went with 80 Years as a title. It can mean anything, right? It's open.
And so let's play the lead single, and we'll talk about it after we hear it first. It's called It's Backwards, No Matter What I Do. tune called It's Backwards No Matter What I Do. Interesting title for a song. Also the lead single off your album, 80 Years. That is Hess Is More. You said a music video is coming out for this one. You can talk about that and the title and what's the story behind that too.
Yeah, well, the story behind the title is much less interesting than the guesswork. So I'll just leave it at it literally is very often backwards no matter what I do, and then our dear listeners can figure out how that applies to each life, right? But we did a video, yes, for this piece that is just out on YouTube and so on. It was a collaboration with my longtime friend and collaborator Henrik Vipskov, he's mostly known for his fashion. He has a fashion brand, but he's also just a spacey, creative person who's been doing more and more work in theater and fine art. So he's doing all these installation pieces, and we sort of merged his visual world with this track, and we've it's not backwards, but it's also not like a straight line from A to B. Nothing that Henrik does will be. But yeah, and that also informed the packaging and all the artwork for the vinyl and the CD, which is also created by Henrik and his team. So
before we go into the live segment of the show, how would you describe your music? How would you describe the project Hess Is More to the listeners of Box Out FM or to the world?
Yeah, that's the reoccurring problem here, but I used earlier the term Ministry of Integration, which is, I think for the piece we just listened to, it's also descriptive because there's some electronic elements, some programming, some sort of vintage drum machines, and there's also elements of jazz with a horn section that enters, played by the great Matt Parker, saxophone player from New York. And we also invited in ladies from a group called East Coast Inspirational Singers, which is a gospel group from New York City. And my friend and collaborator for a long time, David Mason, has done a lot of the programming and everything recorded by William Andrew Raposo. So everybody sort of contributes into this musical expression, which I guess originally springs from within my head, the compositions, but then it takes shape with the help of very different artists. So it definitely draws from jazz, which is my original background, electronic music, but also like krautrock. Bands like Can has often been connected, and but I'm also in like there's elements of world music and some of the other tracks. So I think it's that time now also where it's just a lot of people are mixing influences. Yeah, so it's a reoccurring problem.
So what song were we going to hear live today?
Well, I'll try my hand at an older piece called Go 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 Go, for those, and it's also a fairly simple and repetitive message, open for the listener to sort of pour your own life through that window and see what comes out of that. So if you give me a minute to get the guitar out.
Amazing. Mikkel Hess from Hess Is More is going to perform for us live. Enjoy.
So here it goes. Go, go, go. Live at Box Out.
Sounds really nice, really soothing. That was Mikkel Hess. That was from one of your previous albums, right?
Yes, this was from an album from 2011 entitled Creation Keeps the Devil Away, which I find that title to be a sort of useful everyday reminder, like make something, try to make yourself useful for me, otherwise the devilish horns start to come out. So yeah, but this piece was Go Go Go.
So this is your 7th album. So you've done various different albums over the years. Where is your audience? Where all do you play these shows out live? Do you travel with the band?
Yeah, we travel. It's been a journey in of itself. As I started the project out in Copenhagen, and quite early on, it was very much picked up by national radio, and we got quite a large audience in Denmark at the time. So we're playing a lot around Denmark and in Copenhagen in particular. And then I decided to migrate to New York. It was meant to be for 3 months, but it turned out to be 8 years. So the form that the group has now is very much informed by my time in New York, and we've been playing a lot there. We've been playing at a sort of our summer house club, would be a place called Nublu, and they also have a record label that we've been working with before. And now we're sort of going back and forth, or mostly I travel, and whoever can join me does, because we created this ensemble set up with musicians in New York and in Denmark, and everybody knows each other, everybody knows the repertoire, so we can mix and match. So recently we played a little tour going to Berlin, and we also went to Sofia in Hungary, and then back to Copenhagen. So we brought a couple of the New York crew were over, and then our keyboard player from Berlin, and some people from Copenhagen. So it's always a little bit of a logistical adventure, but it also keeps the music developing with new structures. I think a lot about the connection between each musician. We always sit up in a circle, and it's like you can almost see the lines of communication that go through the circle, like almost as a visible, literally like yarn that's spun out.
Sure. So you're in India. You've said you've been here a few times already. Are there any plans to do any kind of music videos or kind of making music while you're here or performing while you're here?
So far, no specific plans, but I find just the environment very inspiring. So yeah, give me a call. I'm around for collaboration. There's a lot to look at, a lot to listen to, and this weekend, my lady and we're going to a wedding, my first Indian wedding. So I'm also excited for the musical part of that, and yeah, and it's great to be here.
Well, enjoy your trip, the rest of the trip in India. Thank you for coming to Box Out FM and joining us and performing for us. So we'll just sign off with one last tune. We can play it out to the rest of the show. Do check out Hess Is More's music. Just give us a little shout out where we can find your music, and then you can introduce the last track of the session.
Thank you so much. Yeah, there's the website hessismore.com, which will sort of lead you in different directions, and also to pre-order of the upcoming record. And then we're on Spotify, Apple Music, and your whatever choice of digital music service you should prefer. I was thinking we could end the show here with a little world premiere, which is the title track from the upcoming record, 80 Years. It's a really long track, so you rarely get to play it all, but it also works as something that it's a shape that comes, and at some point it ends, and then you can get the rest of it later on. But thank you so much for having me, and we'll venture into the 80 years and see how that goes.